Hey friends, welcome to English Beyond Words. I'm Mark and I'm really excited about today's episode. Here's the truth. Millions of people watch movies every single day, but very few actually use them to improve their English. And that's a huge missed opportunity. Because movies aren't just entertainment, they're one of the most powerful English learning tools you'll ever find. Today, I'm going to show you exactly how to learn English through movies the right way. Not the boring way, not the textbook way, the smart way. I'm going to give you a clear, step-by-step method that actually works. And by the end of this episode, you'll know exactly what to do. Let's dive in. So why are movies so powerful for learning English? Think about it. When you watch a movie, you're not just reading words on a page, you're watching real people in real situations, having real conversations. You hear how they speak naturally. You hear the rhythm, the flow, the pauses, the emotion. You see their facial expressions, their body language. You understand context in a way that no grammar book can ever teach you. And here's something really important. Movies create emotional connections. When a scene makes you laugh, cry, or feel excited, your brain remembers it. You don't forget lines that made you feel something. That's why you can still quote movies you watched years ago. Your brain holds on to language that has emotion attached to it. This is the secret that textbooks can never give you. Movies also teach you culture. English isn't just grammar and vocabulary, it's how people live, how they greet each other, how they joke around, how they express frustration or happiness, how they talk to friends versus how they talk to strangers. These are things you need to sound natural, and movies show you all of this without you even trying. Plus, movies train your ear. You hear fast speech, connected words, different accents, slang, real-world pronunciation. At first, it might feel overwhelming, but over time, your listening skills will grow stronger. And when your listening improves, your speaking improves too. Movies also help you learn vocabulary naturally. You don't need to memorize word lists. You just watch the story unfold and the meaning becomes clear from the context. Your brain absorbs words effortlessly when they're part of a story. So here's the bottom line. If you want to speak English naturally, confidently, and fluently, movies are one of your best tools, but you need to use them correctly, and that's exactly what I'm about to teach you. Let's get started. All right, let's talk about how to actually do this. The first step is choosing the right content. And this is where a lot of learners go wrong. They pick movies that are way too difficult. Complex plots, fast dialogue, heavy accents, advanced vocabulary, and then they get frustrated and give up. Don't do that. Start with something simple, something you genuinely enjoy. If you're not entertained, you won't stick with it. Animated films are fantastic for beginners. The characters usually speak clearly and at a moderate pace, the vocabulary is simple, the stories are easy to follow. Family comedies and light dramas also work really well. Avoid action movies with lots of explosions and minimal dialogue. Avoid heavy dramas with complex themes. Keep it light, keep it fun. Now here's a pro tip. Choose a movie you've already seen in your native language. Why? Because you already know the plot. You already understand what's happening, so your brain can focus entirely on the English. You're not struggling to follow the story and the language at the same time. This makes learning so much easier. Another great option is TV series. Actually, TV series might be even better than movies for language learning. Here's why. In a series, you see the same characters episode after episode. You hear the same voices, the same speaking styles, the same expressions repeated in different contexts. This repetition is incredibly valuable. Your brain starts to recognize patterns naturally. You begin to predict what characters will say, and that's when real fluency starts to build. All right, now let me give you 5 practical tips you can use starting today. Tip number 1. First watch, focus on the story only. Don't stop every second to analyze. Don't obsess over every word you don't know. Just watch like you're watching for entertainment. When you understand the big picture, The details become easier to learn later. Tip number 2. Second watch, focus on the language. Now you already know what happens, so this time, pay attention to how people speak. Notice greetings. Notice how they agree or disagree. Notice expressions of surprise, anger, joy. Notice how questions are formed. This is when you start learning actively. Tip number 3. Pause and repeat sentences out loud. When you hear a line that sounds natural and useful, pause the video. Say it out loud. Say it again. Try to copy the exact tone and rhythm. Your mouth learns by doing, not just by listening. This physical practice is crucial for fluency. Tip number 4. Keep a small expression notebook, not a vocabulary list, an expression notebook. Write down short, practical phrases you want to use. Things like, "Are you serious?" Or, "That makes sense." Or, "I'll think about it." Keep it short, 5 to 10 expressions per movie. Then try to use them in your real conversations during the week. Tip number 5. You don't need to watch full movies every day. Even 3 to 5 minutes is valuable. Watch a clip on YouTube. Watch a movie trailer. Watch one scene from a show. Short, focused practice is better than long, passive watching. Consistency beats intensity. Now let's talk about common mistakes. The biggest mistake is trying to understand every single word. You don't need to. Even native speakers don't catch everything in every movie. The goal is overall comprehension, not perfect translation. Another mistake is choosing content that's too advanced too soon. If a movie feels too fast or too complicated, choose something easier. There's no shame in starting simple. Simple content leads to faster progress. The third mistake is passive watching. If you just sit there and never pause, never repeat, never take notes, you'll learn very slowly. Be an active learner. Engage with the material. Speak out loud. Shadow the actors. Write down useful phrases. Small actions create big results. One more thing. Don't stress about accents. Movies expose you to British English, American English, Australian English, and more. At first, this might confuse you, but over time, your ear adapts. You start recognizing different accents, and this makes you a more flexible, confident English speaker. Remember, learning through movies should feel enjoyable. If it feels like work, you're doing it wrong. Find content that excites you, stories that make you curious, characters you care about. When you're emotionally invested, learning happens effortlessly. So go ahead, pick a movie or series tonight. Start with something simple. Turn on those English subtitles. Watch one scene deeply. Shadow a few lines. Write down 1 or 2 expressions. And just like that, you're learning English in the most natural, effective way possible. All right, let's wrap this up. Learning English through movies isn't just about improving your vocabulary or grammar. It's about something much bigger. It's about connecting with the language on a deeper level. When you watch a great scene, when you laugh at a joke, when you feel moved by a character's story, something powerful happens. Your brain doesn't just remember words, it remembers the feeling, the context, the moment. And that's the kind of learning that sticks. That's the kind of learning that transforms you from someone who studies English into someone who lives in English. Here's what I want you to remember. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need to understand every single word. You don't need to have flawless pronunciation. What you need is consistency. What you need is curiosity. What you need is the willingness to show up, press play, and engage with the language every single day. Even if it's just 5 minutes, even if it's just one scene, that's progress. And progress, no matter how small, is what leads to fluency. I know it might feel slow at first. You might watch a scene 10 times and still miss some words. That's okay. That's normal. That's part of the process. Every time you listen, your brain is building new connections. Every time you repeat a sentence, your mouth is learning new patterns. Every time you write down an expression, you're one step closer to using it naturally in real life. So don't give up. Don't get discouraged. Trust the process. Keep watching, keep listening, keep repeating, keep enjoying the journey. Because learning English through movies isn't a race, it's an adventure. And like any good movie, the best parts come when you stay engaged, stay curious, and keep moving forward. Before you go, I want to challenge you. Pick one movie or one episode of a TV series today. Watch it with English subtitles. Choose one scene that you really like. Watch it 3 times. Shadow a few lines. Write down 2 expressions. And then leave a comment below telling me what movie you chose and what you learned. I read every single comment, and I'd love to hear about your experience. If you found this episode helpful, please hit that like button. Subscribe to English Beyond Words so you never miss a lesson. And share this video with someone who's also learning English. Let's build a community of learners who support each other. Thank you so much for being here today. Thank you for investing in yourself. Thank you for believing that you can become fluent, because you absolutely can. I'm Mark from English Beyond Words. Keep watching those movies, keep practicing, keep growing, and I'll see you in the next episode. Until then, keep learning, keep believing, and keep moving beyond words.